All right, everybody. We have Zahira Walton, head coach Vanessa Blair Lewis, and Kennedy Harris. Coach, you want to start with an opening statement?
Yeah, I'm really proud of this team. We had a really remarkable season in spite of how it ended. I'm really proud of the work that we put in and the legacy that we're building, especially off of the backs of Ken and Zah. They have come here. They have made their mark. We have done what we said we were going to do, and they've been a part of really building something spectacular.
All right, we're going to start with questions just for the student athletes, please.
Daniel Frank, A10 Talk for either you guys. You guys, obviously, Coach has mentioned before about not letting one night define how your season goes. You guys end the season tied for third most wins in program history. What does that mean to you guys just to be a part of that in the A10 regular season title this year?
I think it's a great feeling just to keep continuing to make history, so it's a good feeling.
Like she said, it's amazing. Yeah, it's just a stepping stone.
Hi, Jen Hadfield with the 9 basketball. You guys really amped up the pressure late in that third quarter and started coming back. Can you talk about kind of what you felt like was working and how you guys kind of got some of that momentum going into the fourth?
Yeah, just pushing in transition, making sure our energy just stays up. Yeah.
Zah or Kennedy, you're playing a team that also rested their laurels on the defensive side of the ball. Just talk about what that matchup was like, and especially for you guys offensively, what gave you guys just so much trouble, especially when you guys needed it most.
I think it was really on us, just not finishing strong or not playing our game to the fullest. So I think it was mainly on us.
Just a reminder to everybody, speak up a little bit. There's a pack of here. Thank you.
It felt like during that third quarter, and especially down the stretch when you guys were really making a push to tie that game and maybe tie the game to end it. This whole season I feel like has been all about resilience. What do you think you guys are going to take away from this season and all of the hurdles you guys have overcome and all of the leads you've come back from? And off the top of my head, the Dayton game screams. But what do you guys think?
I think just grabbing and learning lessons from it. It was a successful season to us, but we still learning. So.
Yeah, hey guys. For either of the players, just you guys getting to be able to host a postseason game here at Eagle Bank Arena, just what was that like for you guys? I know it wasn't the outcome you guys wanted, but to be able to, have a game here at home in front of the home crowd, just what was that like?
It's a great feeling for sure, just playing in front of the fans here at EBA. And it's nice to host for once.
Hey, Coach, so when you found out you were playing a physical team like this, what were some of the first impressions of this team, knowing that, like I said, they were going to be a physical and tough team to play against?
Yeah, I think we were very prepared for that. We have a really great conference in the A10 that they're physical games every single night, so I wasn't minding that we were going to have a problem with that. I think the likes of Richmond and Rhode Island's and Dayton's, it's a physical conference. The A10 is full of amazing talent, and so I did not think that was going to surprise us.
Coach, what just didn't click out there for this team to get the win today?
Yeah, I think when it comes back to it, most of our losses just putting the ball in the hole. We had our opportunities, we just didn't shoot the ball well. We finished the game at 30-some%, and they shot 50%. You're not going to win a lot of games like that. And I think that the losses, when we go back, that's what really stands out, is being able to connect and make baskets.
Defensively, just how do you think you're the team did in the second half to help get you guys back into the game?
Yeah, I think the resilience was there. I think one of you guys said that. The resilience was definitely there. I wish we could have started out with that. I think we, took a couple of punches early, and then halftime we kind of figured out, who we wanted to be in the second half, and I thought the press really was good for us to get back in the game, and you spend a lot of that energy pressing and getting back, and I just think some of our shots came up short.
You've talked a lot over the years about players staying ready, and I think the personification of that tonight was Monty coming in the third quarter. You guys are making the push, and she comes in and has the big steal and score for you guys at the end of the third quarter. What went into the decision to bring her into the game, and how do you evaluate, just the energy that she brought you guys there?
Yeah. Monty is full of energy. She's had a great week of practice. I think she always stays ready, and I just think we just needed some fresh legs, just some fresh energy off the bench. And she's really a good defensive player. So we knew if we can put on the press that she would be able to hopefully get some deflections and steals is what she did.
5 years here at George Mason. As you look to the future, what do you see for George Mason with just, obviously there'll be some turnover moving forward, but what do you see for the future for George Mason women's basketball?
That this is the standard of excellence. The postseason play is not what we hope for. It's what we strive to do every single year. The 20 wins is not just something that hopefully happens haphazardly. That we stay in the top of the A10 and our regular season champs become regular season champs and tournament champs and NCAA berths, and we redefine what's possible at the mid-major level.
Hi, Coach. Before the game, when you went over to Tricia for the pregame handshake, I saw you had a present with you. Can you talk about what was in the bag and kind of what that conversation was like before the game?
Yeah, Tricia and I go way back. I was a really young coach at Mount St. Mary's when she was at Quinnipiac. We were in the same league. So she's done a lot for this game, 31 years. She's seen a lot of wins and a lot of losses, but she's poured into a lot of lives. And so I just wanted to honor her and just thank her for what she's done for the game.
Coach, talking about the Battle of the Paint, just two completely different halves. What gave you guys trouble with their cutting actions in the first half, and what did you guys do defensively to fix that in the second?
Well, I just think that we kind of fell asleep, maybe just didn't think that they were going to do what they said that they were going to do. And then I just think they kind of woke up and believed the scout, and we just started to lock in and know that we could do what we were supposed to do. And I think once we started doing that and the physicality down in the paint, I think Awa and Trin and whoever was on the post player, they did a great job. We started to come up with stops.
Coach, all season long, defense has really been the catalyst for your guys' offense, and it certainly was in that third quarter, especially with the steals from Kennedy, Mary, and Mata as well. What do you think the legacy of this defense will be, especially now that this is no fluke? You guys have been doing this for several years now.
Yeah, I think that's I think that's our bread and butter. I'm a defensive coach, so this season, I think February we really kind of woke up and really bought into being that defensive-minded team. We started to, have the chemistry on defense, learning each other's styles, knowing who could switch, and what everybody brought. And I thought our late game, late February, is where we peaked. And so I'm really proud of that. I think that's what we have always laid our hats on. But I thought this year was really special to see them, grow and mature in that role and kind of be ready for scouts and know that their defense was the biggest part of our offense.
Last question.
Coach, obviously Daniel mentioned it being year 5 for you here at George Mason. Just how proud are you of this team, specifically this year, especially when you had so many seniors leave last year? You had a few players come back, but just how proud are you of this team coming together and accomplishing so much in year 5?
Yeah, I think that you plan to be a champion before the season starts. And what we did as a coaching staff when the season ended last year was we planned to be a champion. And that went all the way from having a foreign tour in Spain where we kind of came together and, really kind of grew up quickly. Spain gave us that opportunity. And so we've been together a really long time, since May, and I just think the chemistry has grown. But we made it very intentional of what the standard is and what is the expectation. And it's nothing short of being a champion. And I'm really proud that these ladies were able to do something historic this year that has never been done. So we get a chance to hang 2 new banners next year.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.